My name is Nur Hidayah binti Johari. Today I would like to present my body of my informative speech. My topic is Korean beauty secret. According to the study conducted on 1,500 Korean women by Monodis, the diagram display only 28% of women use 3 steps of skincare, meaning only 420 people use toner, lotion, and essence. The uses of these 3 products is highly emphasized for Korean. Let's move to the first topic for today. The average number of skincare products used by Korean women each morning. This table shows that the average number of steps represent the type of product used by Korean women. Looking at this table, in step 3 shows the average number of steps was the highest, which is 28%. 83% of women use toner, another 59% use lotion, and 51% use essence. The uses of toner is very important in daily routine. Before I cover more about toner, I will give you some knowledge about layering skincare. The correct use of skincare is from thin to thick texture. The product that is used after washing the face is a product that has a thin texture, so it can be absorbed faster. Usually, moisturizer or sunscreen is the last product that will be used for the layering process. The fact is, Korean prefer to use many products at one time for comprehensive care. So the second topic is plastic surgery. In 2021, there were around 16.7 thousand foreign patients at plastics and cosmetic surgery department in South Korea. This represents a slight increase compared to the previous year. However, it is still far below pre-COVID-19 pandemic number. Prior to 2022, the number of foreigners traveling to South Korea in order to access the medical service related to the plastic and cosmetic surgery had been steadily increasing after international patients were first allowed in 2009. The patients from United States and China made up the largest proportion of all foreign medical tourists to Korea, followed large by patients from the part of Asia and Europe, including Vietnam, Mongolia, and Thailand. Amongst Chinese patients, who accounted from around 19% of all foreign patients, the share of the female patients in their 20s and 30s visiting plastic surgery department or dermatologist was high. American Visit Health Screening Center, International and Orthopedic Department for treatment. Okay, thank you.
My name is Nur Hidayah. Today I will present my central idea for informative speech. I will present my central idea and my conclusion. According to a study by Northwestern University, researchers the time of day in which you eat breakfast may also have an impact on your overall health. The study used data from 10,575 adults who participated in the National Health and Nutrition Survey. They split them into 3 groups based on their eating habits, which is those who only eat during the window of less than 10 hours, 10 to 13 hours, or more than 13 hours per day, and they created 6 subgroups based on when people start to eat. The researchers found that people across all groups that ate before 8:30 a.m. had lower blood sugar levels and less insulin resistance than those who wait to eat. This isn't the only study that shows the health benefits of eating breakfast. More research highlighted by study finds found that consuming the morning meal prepares the body to burn more carbohydrates during exercise and metabolize food for more efficiently after working out. To obtain their findings, The study served 12 healthy adult males porridge with milk for breakfast. 2 hours later, participants in the test group rode their bikes for 1 hour, while a control group rest for 3 hours. Other than that, research had discovered that it can boost your concentration. This should come as a surprise since breakfast has already been found to improve energy and short-term memory. In a 2008 issue of Indian Pediatrics, it was found that middle school students who eat breakfast every day had better attention, concentration, memory, and school achievement than those who consume breakfast only sometimes or never did. During sleep, the main source of the brain's energy, glucose, decrease, and the help from the breakfast. It does take a little forethought that you may have to plan 3 extra minutes in the morning, but if you want to improve your health, memory, your mood, and your concentration and energy level, you have to start eating breakfast every morning. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. That's all.
My name is Rahana binti Abdul Haris, and I'll be sharing with you the impact of the fashion industry to the environment. So, for the environmental impact to the water is that it comprises the depletion of non-renewable sources and the use of massive amounts of water and energy. The fashion industry is the second largest consumer industry of water, requiring about 700 gallons to produce one cotton shirt and 2,000 gallons of water to produce a pair of jeans. It is also the world's second largest polluter of water, since the water left over from dyeing process is often dumped into ditches, streams, or rivers. Next is the impact to the microplastics. Brand-new synthetic fibers like polyester, nylon, acrylic, which take hundreds of years to biodegrade. A 2017 report from the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, estimated that 35% of all microplastics, tiny pieces of non-biodegradable plastic in the ocean, come from the laundering of synthetic textiles like polyester. According to the documentary released in 2015, the true cost the world consumes around 80 billion new pieces of clothing every year, 400% more than the consumptions 20 years ago. The production of leather requires large amounts of feed, land, water, and fossil fuels to raise livestock, while the tanning process is among the most toxic in all of the fashion supply chain because the chemical used to tan leather including mineral salts and is not biodegradable and contaminates water sources. Well, lastly, the environmental impact to the energy is that the production of making plastic fibers into textiles is an energy-intensive process that requires large amounts of petroleum and releases volatile particulate matter and acids like hydrogen chloride. Additionally, cotton, which is in a large amount of fast fashion products, is also not environmentally friendly to manufacture. Pesticides deemed necessary for the growth of cotton presents health risk to farmers. So to conclude, fast fashion is a concept that will continue to influence the apparel industry over the next few years. So, environmental health scientists play a key role in supporting evidence-based public health. Governments need to be more actively involved in the fashion industry's damaging effects. To counter this waste caused by fast fashion, more sustainable fabrics that can be used in clothing include white silk and organic cotton. The recycling of textile waste also brings benefit to all aspects of sustainability, which are economical, social, and environmental, especially in solving the numerous ecological problems and boosting economic sectors. Thank you.
And hi, good morning everyone. For today's topic is stress relieving technique. I'm sure we all have experienced the feeling of sweaty hands, followed by a faster heart rate, chest pain, and upset stomach. Symptoms similar to a common cold, feeling as there is not enough time to get everything done in time. Does anyone know what the feeling is? So the feeling is stress. According to the first technique developed in the 1970s by cardiologist Dr. Herbert Benson, reported that one of the ways that can help us to reduce stress is relaxing technique. The causes of stress in our life can be relieved by following good technique such as listening to music and relaxing technique. So, first and foremost, before I forget to introduce myself, my name is Nur Sarawati binti Abdul Razak, your speaker for today. Good. Okay, this chart shows the percentage of adults in the US who use select activities to release stress as of February 2017 by age. The most probable technique used to relieve stress, such as watching TV, listening to music, relaxing, and reading. The bar chart represents the highest selected technique to reduce stress is listening to music compared to the other technique, and it is the higher among people around 18 to 20 years old with 50%, while people at 30 to 50 years old and 60 to older practice watching TV to relieve stress with 48% respectively. This graph shows another examples of how listening to music can relieve our stress. This taken among American people in general to manage life's daily stresses. Represent listening to music with a higher percentage with 52%. Upbeat music can make you feel more optimistic and positive about life. A slower tempo can quiet your mind and relax your muscle, making you feel sort while realizing the stress of the day. Music is effective for relaxation and stress management. Research confirmed this personal experience with music, where research at Stanford University have said that listening to music seems to be able to change brain functioning to the same extent as medication, meaning that they noted that music is something almost anybody can access and make it an easy stress reduction tool. Based on the same data, same bar chart of adults in the US who use select activities to relieve stress as of February 2017 by age, relaxing is the second highest percentage among ages around 18 to 29 years old, since they are still young and have the energy to do so. Relaxing can come in a variety of forms, from meditating to napping. Consider taking a relaxing bath, enjoying quiet time in nature, gentle stretching, or practicing breathing exercise to relieve stress. As you breathe, you gently disengage your mind from distracting thoughts and sensation. Breath focus can be especially helpful for people with eating disorder to help them focus on their bodies in a more positive way. However, this technique may not be appropriate for those with health problems that make breathing difficult, such as heart failure. Meditation is one of the effective techniques that can be applied under relaxing technique in order to relieve stress. Meditation will help stress by deeper breathing, better oxygen consumption, heart rate, slow, and others. According to the studies of meditation in the US, more than 3/4 of people use meditation for a health reason. The statistics represent the benefits of meditation, where 64% of people meditate to reduce stress, and it is the higher percentage of benefits among the others. Besides, PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, also can be reduced by as much as 70% if we practice mindfulness meditation. From this, we can see there are a lot of ways to relieve stress than being improvised until it interferes with our daily activities and health. Listening to music and relaxing are the most effective way. Even when I am facing stress, I will go to a karaoke center to relieve stress. Stress is a serious thing we should look on to. Any kind of change that put physical, emotional, or psychological strain on a person is considered to be stressful. Your body reaction to anything that demands focus or action is stress. Everyone goes through periods of stress. However, how you handle stress has a significant impact on your general well-being. In Islam, praying is the best way to relieve stress, where we have to trust our plan. And whenever you feel stressed, remember Surah Ali Imran say, Allah alone is sufficient for us, and He is the best disposer of affairs. Last but not least, reminder for all that moment you were stressed, then you suddenly feel fine just because you pray. Thank you.
My name is Fatiha, and I'm going to present my main idea is about positive and negative effect of peer pressure.
Negative peer pressure is often related to influencing bullying behavior, drinking alcohol, drug use, and negative body image, all of which are harmful to a child or young person's well-being. The effect of such behavior can decrease self-confidence, self-worth, and distancing from family members and friends. Research shows that there is a direct positive correlation between peer pressure and depression in young people. Depression, as its worst, can lead to suicidal ideation, self-harm, and other harmful behavior. Research further states that the presence of peer pressure is a predictor for increased stress level, anxiety, and sleep issues. Social media has a significant dimension to peer pressure. It means that a young person peer group has continuous access to them outside of the normal school day. Peer pressure-related posts may include image of unrealistic lifestyle or body image. For example, using image filter, risky behavior, and alcohol and drug use. Peer pressure also does have some positive effects. We know that peer pressure means encouraging people similar to us to do certain things, but it doesn't always have to be bad. Some good forms of peer pressure include encouraging your friends to participate in sport or other activities, or even volunteering together, convincing someone to tell the truth, helping someone with homework, or encouraging kids at school to come to church are all very positive forms of peer pressure. Peer pressure is not always bad. It can help you analyze yourself and contemplate on your ways of life. Some of the practices that the masses follow may actually teach you the way of living. You may be able to change yourself to be better. Looking at what others do can help you bring about a positive change in your way of thinking. If you can think selectively, peer pressure can actually result in a positive change in your way of life. Okay, that's all.
Hi, my name is Arafa. I am going to share about the beneficial effect of caffeine and the negative effect and discuss what are considered to be safe level of caffeine consumption. Let's start with the positive side first. Caffeine is naturally found in the fruit, leaves, and beans of coffee, cocoa, and guarana plants. That's why people drink it, right? Caffeine is able to help us to improve our focus and boost our energy level, which increase our attention span. This really helps people to keep energy while studying and for people who are doing tedious work. Caffeine does not slow down the movement of body cells. On the contrary, caffeine will reverse all the work of adenosine, which is a cell in the brain that causes us to feel sleepy quickly. It also causes a feeling of freshness, a little happiness, eyes open wide. The heart will beat faster, blood pressure will rise, muscle will be able to contract, and the liver will release sugar into the bloodstream, which will form more sources of energy. Other than that, drinking coffee also reduces the risk of diabetes by 7% lower than non-coffee lover. Did you know that Malaysia has the second highest number of diabetics in the world after Saudi Arabia? According to a study conducted by the Malaysian Ministry of Health, 1 in 5 Malaysians aged 18 and above suffer from diabetes. In 2040, researchers will gather data on over 48,000 people found that those who increased their coffee consumption by at least 1 cup per day over 4 years had an 11% lower risk of type 2 diabetes than those who did not increase their intake. Other studies also proven that individuals who practice coffee have reduced risk of diabetes by 23% to 67%. That is the impact of drinking coffee for us from the positive side. Let's go to the negative side of consuming coffee. The negative side will come if we over-consume coffee a lot more than what we should take. Caffeine can make you urinate more, which can lead to dehydration, raise your heart rate, and stimulate the production of more acid in your stomach. If you take a larger amount of caffeine, it can cause us to have headaches, feel restless and nervous, be unable to sleep, and sometimes can cause us to have hallucination. When larger amount of caffeine, which is over 600 milligram per day, are ingested over a long period of time, they can cause sleep problem, depression, and digestion issue. According to Medline article on the National Institute of Health website, having caffeine in your diet is not of any benefit to your health. But by the same time, moderate consumption is not considered harmful. They advise to take only 250 milligram of caffeine, which is moderate. For your information, the strength of caffeine depends on type of the bean. Also, the effect of caffeine is depending on number of factors such as weight, general health, mood, and personal sensitivity to caffeine.